All right. How's everybody doing? Giving an update on the layout. Hinge bridge is done. Got it pretty much. It's pretty much done. The only thing I have left to do is figure out the blocks that go underneath for DCC concepts, power dowels, which are these right here. Trying to get a better view here in the light. So I've got those to put in, but I'm not worried about that right now. My main goal that was holding me up was this right here. It goes up. I've got it pretty much flush and level. Might need a little tweaking, but I don't think I really will. I won't know until I've already tried it with the track, but I gotta play with it on the closing end for the track to line up for that. Do I need 4 hinges? No idea. I figured safe than sorry. Not much is going to go on here with the exception of track. It'll be track, no cork roadbed or anything. I don't need it. And this will be painted too, so there'll be some light scenery, but nothing that's going to add a ton of weight to it. So that is done. I did seal all the joints, and I'm more or less kind of waiting on them to dry a little bit. They should be good to go where I can paint now, so I'm gonna vacuum all the Homosote off. I got this paint test sample. I tried, and it's very hard for me to get good. So you can kind of see the color without shadows, but there's 2 good coats on there, and this is one thick coat. It's a little hard to tell, but the 2 coats seems a little lighter. I don't know if I can, maybe that you might be able to tell it there. This seems a little darker with 1 thick coat than that does with 2 thick coats, and I, for the life of me, can't figure that out, but whatever, no big deal. I think I'm okay with this. I tried it on the edges of the Homosote and the plywood. Kind of blends it in a little bit. I wanted something to, little contrast from this. I didn't want this to be the same as this. Just something to give it a little contrast. Does it matter? I don't think so, but personal preference, I think. I could, I'm going to try to paint what I've got of this back here on a piece. See how it looks. Give it a day to dry. I could go something with a little lighter in the, kind of like in the sand family, but I don't really want to do that. Try to stay with the earth family. And I think this might be okay. So, Homosote is screwed down and secured. All of it is done. I debated on gluing and screwing, but I figured in case something happens and I got to remove it or lift it up for whatever reason, I'd rather just be easier to screw it. And prime example of that is going to be in this, because the roundhouse is going to go somewhere here. I don't know exactly where yet. And I won't really know until I start getting the track in and everything else like that. So I know I'm going to have to cut a hole. I think it's like 19 inches or something like that. So I got to do that, which means I may have to put a brace on either side of that. Probably. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to put a brace on that, on going this way, brace here and a brace there. So, all right, I kind of figured that out. I knew I was going to do that. I have a brace. There's a brace here, and there's a brace here going across. Yeah, you know, I knew I was probably going to have to add a brace or two, but that's not a big deal. So, the only thing I really want to check out are my joints. I try to get them level as much as possible. This sealant provides a couple of things. One, to fill the gaps, and two, to kind of smooth out the transitions in between each joint. Coming out here for the yard or for the roundhouse and whatever else I've got going on here, really not a big deal. I'm not too worried about that. But the joints here, you know, are fairly level and smooth, so I'm not super concerned. I don't think I have too much. These are here, so I had to get some of these strapping braces, cut them, and what I did was I had to add one here, like half and half here and here, and it kind of leveled it out, because as much as I tried to make my bench work level, realistically, and it's almost impossible to get it completely 100% level. So I know that corner looks dark on camera, but it is not. I've adjusted the track lighting to where it hits that corner, but it's funny because on video it shows it being a little dark, but it's not. It's pretty evenly leveled with light. So there's that. There's the caulk I used. A buddy of mine, John's Toy, put me onto that. I think what I may do, I don't think I have anything really super big on the joints that are one's higher than the other. And I tried to keep the joints at a minimum. So everything looks pretty good. What I may do is take a little block of wood and my little hammer you probably saw back there by the bridge, and kind of knock down it a little bit just to kind of smooth it out. This piece turned out really good. It's pretty level, so I'm not too concerned with that. This joint's pretty level. Got a little high spot right here, nothing too major. Yeah, so this joint's a little high right here, but nothing too major. So that's the update with the layout. I'm extremely happy and satisfied with everything on how everything is going and turned out so far. There's my little hammer I was talking about. So that's it in a nutshell. I've got to paint everything, and it's funny, that corner always looks so dark in video, but it's not. Yeah, so I have painting left to do, and then I can get started with cork. I got a lot of cork I need to sand, so I kind of got to do that, get started on that, and then I can kind of map out the cork and start laying that, and then track work. I've been toying with an idea in my head that here's a printout of my layout, more or less as it sits. I've been toying with this outer track to have riser going up. And I'm thinking, because the bridge is here, starting somewhere around here and just gradually start easing it up and around, going up and around, and keep going. I don't know how high I want to go, but I think I may use get some of that pink foam just to help with the elevation, because don't pay too much to that. That was just to get me in and out and of that, but it'll be a little bit more centered and even. And the pink foam will give me a little definition in between these 3 tracks. If I do 3 tracks, I don't know, I probably will, but definitely at least at a minimum there'll be a 2-track going around. So and it'll kind of give me, when you're looking at it this way, it'll kind of give a definition to it. I'm thinking about some type of mountain scene in that back corner, maybe along the wall right here. I don't know, but I'm kind of toying with a mountain scene there, maybe kind of bringing it down a little bit. I don't know, but I'm toying it. That's my track plan that I had designed, and yeah, it took me a long time to get to this. So, but this is just a general idea. It gives me something to kind of go by and more or less follow pretty much as is. So, but that's where I'm at, and I appreciate all my followers, all my subscribers. If you have any inputs, ideas, suggestions, please don't hesitate to comment or put them out there. I'm open to any and all suggestions. So thank you for your time. I hope everybody is doing well. Please be safe out there. It's getting closer to the holiday seasons, and that's when people start to get a little bit more crazier. So please be safe, and catch you guys on the other side. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.